Why are you here? One question that people don't always think about is why they're going to college. For many people, college was the next step just because friends and family assumed that it was. Maybe college seemed like a good means to get a good job and make money. But as you read in Becoming a Learner, Utah State University isn't a trade school. And the purpose of university education is not just job preparation. You could have chosen a cheaper method that required less time and energy. And while everyone here at USU does want you to eventually become gainfully employed, there are more important reasons to get a university degree. So why are you here? What is the purpose of your next few years? And when you leave USU with your diploma in hand, what will you have gained? To answer this question, it is important to understand what exactly college is. Getting a college degree means learning about a broad range of topics, not just gaining skills for a specific career. Universities are designed to help you learn about all aspects of the human experience and engage with your community and the broader world. Your education will prepare you with a wide toolbox of interesting and varied information and abilities that help you live a more fulfilling life, become a better citizen, and allow you to engage with big challenges in the future. One of the reasons that a broad college degree is so important is that you will have to face big, complex challenges throughout your life and career, and you'll need a range of tools to address these problems. We'll call them wicked problems because they are complicated, interconnected, and a bit overwhelming. Your generation will have to deal with new, daunting challenges that previous generations did not encounter, while simultaneously resolving the problems that your predecessors have failed to solve. These wicked problems that you'll face are complicated and require information from a range of disciplines and perspectives. These challenges are complex, and it can be difficult to even define what the problem is in the first place. Oftentimes, the solutions may lead to unintended consequences that create even more problems. The problems that you will face require multidisciplinary thinking. You will need to be able to look at complex situations from a number of perspectives. For example, seeing a problem from a scientific angle, a social angle, and an economic angle will help you find a more comprehensive and effective solution. A narrowly focused education that teaches you only one aspect of the world around you is not sufficient to deal with many of the complicated situations that will come up. In order to confront these wicked, puzzling problems, you need a robust college education. One example of a wicked problem is the question of sustainability. For some, hearing the word sustainability brings to mind recycling programs, carpooling, or reusable straws. While each of these things may be part of the puzzle, the reality of sustainable living is far more complex. When we are looking at a wicked problem like this, we first need to define it. What exactly are we trying to sustain, and for how long? Are you trying to understand how one person can be more sustainable, or larger groups? Maybe even entire systems? Is this a discussion about sustaining natural resources or something else? And what are the costs and benefits of sustainability, and how are they related to inequalities in the system? Finding connections between these things is important as we begin to define the problem. Next comes the even more challenging question of how to actually solve the problem. Let's take a more narrow example from this big discussion about sustainability and talk about recycling a water bottle. At first, it seems to make sense that transforming old plastic into new resources is a great way to avoid the development of new materials. But what if the process of recycling, which involves collecting, transporting, sorting the materials, and processing the items, actually uses more energy or creates greater pollution than just finding raw materials? On the other hand, what if finding raw materials creates health hazards for humans and ecosystems? How can we compare these various costs, and how can we determine the best use of resources in these complex situations? This is even just one small part of a bigger puzzle, but as you can tell, these questions are complex. Issues like sustainability are super complicated, and this is why a broad education is so important. By taking a wide range of classes, you will develop yourself with the tools to take on complex issues. For example, a biology class would help you understand how living systems rely on and impact one another. Your economics class will help you understand how scarce resources can best be allocated and compared. A sociology course would help you understand how groups of people come together to create or solve problems. Your ethics course will help you understand how to evaluate the moral side of the issue. And an art class would help you understand how to solve the problem with a creative mindset. If you only took economics classes, you would only see things through an economics lens. The wicked problem would be reduced to just a budget without understanding how all of these complex pieces interact. And such a limited view is not likely to produce viable or long-term solutions. With a broad education, you can learn to recognize the connections and gaps. And sustainability is only one of the wicked problems that you'll eventually deal with. No matter what direction your career and life take you, you are guaranteed to face some pretty interesting challenges. Whether the issues in your career are focused on poverty, healthcare, pandemics, or public safety, or any number of other complex problems in the world right now, you will need a broad education to understand and attempt to tackle these issues. By taking advantage of all of the opportunities for learning broadly at this unique time in your life, you are investing in a future you who will be able to confront challenges that we don't even know about yet. And this is why a college degree is so broad and so important. As you enter into your college education, bring a wide-ranging spirit of curiosity, and you will play a role in creating a better world.